Well, I'm happy to have that craziness behind me. We are going to slide down this hill here. No, we are going to enter the last world of Banjo-Kazooie. This is Click Clock Wood. Is there anything behind here I should know about? No, maybe later. Alright, let's do it. Now, after everything else we've gone through, why would the final main level of the game just be the woods? Because this level has a huge gimmick that we're going to work our way through here today. So we're going to hit this switch. This little hollow here always kind of reminded me of in The Nightmare Before Christmas, that place that leads to all the different holidays. There are 4 seasons here, you know, like the band, the 4 Seasons. And all of them lead to an identical room that is the same area, but in a different season. So you're kind of using this room to, like, time travel in a sense. And really, what was there only a gold feather under that one bridge? That's odd. So yeah, let's grab these. We opened spring, and the switch to get to summer is going to be somewhere in the spring area. We need to go to summer to unlock autumn, and etc. So yeah, we got these weird, like, Robin Hood kind of enemies. I forget how I'm supposed to... I think I need to be a bee to get those. So yeah, those are modeled after the same enemies that you see in Mumbo's Mountain. You can tell because they make that sound. That wasn't a good impression. I was trying to make a certain sound, but it didn't really work. So let's just start climbing here. Can we actually stand on these yet? No, I don't think so. I think we need to wait. Oh. Perhaps we can. Alright, let's just not, like, freak out. I'm sorry. 1 second. I think in the summer, those flower and become much larger platforms. But we're not going to wait until then. I want to get up there now. Yeah, so for some reason they give us a cutscene of killing that one, even though that's the same kind of idea as a bunch of enemies that we've fought before. They have names. It's something to do with, like, a grate, I think. The like, gooey green slugs have a name. These are very different than the other ones, because you had the skeletal fish then in Mad Monster Mansion, and here you have, like, not just birds, they're almost like parrots. I did not make that jump, but we'll see what's in the water here. And we're going to see the last Mumbo house. Okay, let's visit with this beaver here. Somebody move this boulder. Naughty can't get in his house. So that's another, Rare tends to, like, reuse names a lot. Naughty is also the name of the beaver enemies from the Donkey Kong Country series. Yeah, and I wonder if they're implying that that is the same beaver as those beavers in... I don't think so. Another example is that, you know, Prince Tricky, the Triceratops in Star Fox Adventures? Well, Tricky is also the name of the Triceratops you have to race in Diddy Kong Racing. So maybe Tip Top in Diddy Kong Racing isn't even supposed to be the same turtle as is in Banjo-Kazooie. Maybe that's just, like, a name they were reusing. Maybe this isn't the same Banjo that was in Diddy Kong Racing. Who knows? Maybe every video game is just its own, like, alternate universe. What? Alright, that didn't go very well. But yeah, one of the neat things about Click Clock Wood in general is that there's a lot of characters that, like, reappear in each, like, season. In each season version of the level. That's like a briar patch down there. Sorry, I keep having to clear my throat. Alright, and we got some boots down here. Are there anything we need to... Yeah, we can grab that Mumbo over there. Why not? Okay, 30. I bet this transformation costs 30 Mumbo tokens. I feel like that's what they would have it cost. I want to look if there's anything on top of this hut. No. But now that I think about it, that would be kind of almost pointless. 25. It's even cheaper than I was expecting. So might this be the best transformation in the game? Mumbo seems to think it's the best. Yeah, so this is the bee. We turn into a honeybee, which can't really do anything but fly. But there are some situations where you have to be a bee. And just being able to start flight whenever you want is very liberating. The bee actually reappears in Banjo-Tooie as a transformation in Cloud Cuckoo Land. And in that one, they actually give it an attack. It can, like, shoot stingers. But I think also the bee can... Yeah, the flowers don't mind when the bee lands on them. So before we go any further, actually, let's just... I also wonder if these bees still sting me. Well, I don't have an attack anyway, so I can't actually break that. So, Mumbo tokens are completely useless now. And yet I'm going to grab them whenever I see them. Because there are no more transformations in the game. We don't have to worry about that anymore. Don't really need this 1-up either, but I'm going to grab it because it is there. And yeah, being able to fly will just... I'm going to keep exploring my way upwards. I'm going to keep going, like, walking my way up the tree, but this will... you know, make it easier because I'll be able to fly. So if I fall for some reason, I can just fly right back up. But we'll keep an eye on this lower area for anything. Oh, actually, I don't know if Banjo can't... Yeah, okay. In theory, Banjo could jump across these to get up higher, but I hope I don't have to do that, because that sounds pretty annoying. No, it must want me to do that because there's a launch pad here, so that's gonna be some tough platforming later. Yeah, because here's the thing for activating Summer. So yeah, Banjo's gonna have to do some pretty difficult platforming coming up. Here's a Mumbo token that we do not need. Yeah, so they kind of expanded the transformations in Banjo-Tooie. Even though Banjo-Tooie has 8 worlds instead of 9, each one of those has a transformation from Humble Wumba rather than Mumbo Jumbo. Mumbo becomes a playable character in Banjo-Tooie. And Humble Wumba starts doing the transformations, and she appears in every stage. So yeah, and that one you have... Some of them are kind of, I think, pretty lackluster. I'd say situational, but, like, they're all situational. They're all usually just intended for, like, one certain thing you gotta do. Like, you can turn into a T-Rex, and you can turn into either a baby T-Rex or a giant T-Rex. And the giant T-Rex is really cool, but you really only use it for, like, one situation. Oh, fat little bee-wee Zubbas are guarding Grunty's golden honey piece. We've been told there's a honey bear out there. Yeah, so weirdly enough, I don't think I'm supposed to be in here as the bee. I think I need to come in here as Banjo. Now, they're not just bees, they're Zubbas. That's what the game decides to call that kind of enemy. So I guess even though I'm transformed into a bee, I'm not considered a Zubba. I would have to come in here with Banjo, I think, to take that honeycomb. I think I need to come in here and fight the bees. Gonna bust their kneecaps. The bees' knees. Yeah, we're gonna have to be a bear soon. Let's just keep looking everywhere we can, kind of scope this place out. This, the thing with the Zubbas was actually a big part of what I wanted the gold feathers for. I will say one thing I'll give Rusty Bucket Bay, and then this level as well. It gets very generous with the 1-ups. I'm finding them all over the place, and they were also kind of all over the place in Rusty Bucket Bay. I guess as the level design gets more complex, they have more places to hide things, but every level only has 10 jiggies, so they, like, want other things to reward the player for finding them. So yeah, let's bumble our way up here. Anybody remember Buck Bumble? That game? Had, like, a really dope rap. Right, and this is our second Jinjo already. And I don't know if we go up any higher than that. I think that's the highest point we need to worry about. So yeah, let's go return to bareness. Let's become bear again. Just the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities. Okay, and you use the boots to come over this way, and that's how you get away from Mumbo's hut. So you need to find those tiny little platforms and start the arduous process of climbing up them, which will be easier in the summer. But for now, we're just gonna have to grin and bear it. Maybe we can go up this way instead. Yeah, maybe that's all we need to do. Maybe we just need to agree we're only gonna look that way. The musical notes on this level are very spread out because they're spread out over the 4 season versions of the level. I'm really glad I got the hang of killing those things as they appear. Alright, so let's go steal some honey, Pooh Bear. Oh, can we not? Can we not? Are we supposed to do that during summer? We can't fit in there. We must have to be a bee. But I know there's something with Banjo and the Zubbas, so yeah, maybe I have to wait till summer. Oof. And I don't think the game actually expects us to use all those tiny platforms that were over there. I think it just wants us to see they're there and how small they are, those little green ones, so that we appreciate later when they're big, magnificent flowers. Alright, and this is a cabin that's being built over the course of the year. Don't actually have anything we need to be there for. So let's get to a good place to make the jump to there, and this will be easier if I start from the beginning of that path. I don't want to try and judge the distance. Rare instance of a non-trapped honey house this late in the game. Kazooie, what would we do without you? I would not trust these jumps if I was just Banjo. Yeah, maybe we'll make Click Clock Wood a 4-part. One for each season. Let's just draw this Let's Play out. Yay, so we've unlocked Summer. There's also a lot of jiggies that require you to do one thing in each of the seasons, but you can pretty much go spring, summer, winter, fall, and see everything without having to go back and forth. Yeah, and I don't think there's anything with Nabnut, which is a funny name, Nabnut the squirrel, yet. I think that's coming later. So we got a beaver who's got a rock in the way of his home. We got a squirrel who's chomping on nuts, and we got some bees, some zubbas that are on the lookout for bears. The other thing that I guess would be a good criticism of this level is that you have to keep climbing the same tree over and over again. It gets easier and harder as you go. And like all good games that incorporate multiple seasons, they started this in spring, kind of like Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley always starts in spring. That is how you hatch an egg, ladies and gentlemen. I love this. I love this little baby eagle. Comes out with a diaper on. Okay, you rest now. I love you. Yeah, so you have to do that so that you can come back during a different season. That's like all the challenges here. That's why we have no jiggies yet, because all the challenges in Click Clock Wood are set up that way. Okay. And up. Whoa, okay. Felt like I wasn't gonna make it there. Okay, everybody shut up. I say as if I can, hear you talking to me. One of you guys yell, "Comic mess up!" Cool. I don't know whose home this is, but I'm breaking in. It's not Nabnut's home, we saw that already. No, it's just a door into a killer vine room. You know. Finally, our first Jiggy. I'll see you guys next time for some more comic plays now. We are going to pick up ever more of those. Is that all that they put in here? That's not all that they put in here, is it? Nice. Okay, there's another one up there, but that one I'm actually not going to bother with this. I'm just afraid it's going to turn out that I'm, missing something higher up, and then later I'm looking for something and I can't find it. That would have been a very devious place to hide, a honeycomb. So, yeah, I think this is as high as we go here in spring. Are we done with spring already? Winter, spring, summer, and fall. Last Airbender, the entire animated series is on Netflix now, which is making me so happy. Ellie and I have been rewatching it again. That show is so good. Okay, and I think this... No, this isn't anything yet. Or is it? Wait, weren't we supposed to get, a seed somewhere? Were we? Why do I feel like there's something with this? I mean, I know there's something. I know there's something where you're growing a flower. Which means there's probably a seed we're supposed to pick up somewhere. Also, there's a Mumbo token. We're not going to grab the Mumbo token right now, but there one is. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure we're supposed to plant a seed. Okay. That was a guess. Eggs do the weirdest thing in this game. They can break metal bars, they can plug buckets, And you put them in a hole and it makes a flower come out. Okay, now we're done with spring. And we return to the center of nature here. So odd. To them it's perceived as time, but to me it's perceived as space, as 4 separate rooms. Separate time periods in a yearly life of this tree. Yeah, so Eerie grew up a little bit and is a hungry baby. So we gotta feed him. Welcome to summer. And this was the level that they had to write the most different tracks for. What do we have here? Okay, that is a Jinjo. I thought it was a Jinjo. 3 Jinjos already. That feels great. And we need to collect caterpillars. Yeah, before we make the climb up there, though, let's go down here. There's a little bit of a drought right now. So the water level's low enough that I should be able to take care of this boulder for Naughty. I should be able to. There we go. Alright, so he waited outside of there for 3 months. Oh no, but I can't get up there now. That's because we need to wait until spring again. Or maybe we can do it again in the autumn? I'm not sure. But we can't get up there in summer, that's for sure. This level teases you. It's so much delayed gratification in this level. The music is, like, much longer and sweeping here. Yeah, I knew you were there, bird. You're not fooling me just because I'm excited to hit the autumn switch. Now, some players would be like, oh, okay, so I'll go right over the autumn now because I have it. Or, no, I'll go back to spring right now so that I can get the thing with Naughty. But if you want to be concise, you play through one season at a time and do everything. Let's find the flower also while we're down here. We'll know if it worked when I get to the end of this level. We'll know if my plan worked based on how many musical notes I have in the end. What is over here? Okay, that's another way upwards, but let's check in on our plant. And there's an old friend over there as well. I do not mean this bull, who I'm going to put to sleep. Hey, Gobi. I forgot that you came back one more time in this game. Well, you know the rule of 3s. Alright, and I think... Man, I'm getting some slowdown. You guys can probably see it. This level is kind of pushing the N64 to its limits here. You know what, though? I think this game looks great. Of course it looks aged. It is aged. But, you know, for N64 games, a lot of people say N64 games tend to look the most aged because of, like, early 3D and polygons and stuff like that. Whereas Super Nintendo games aged better, because their pixel art still looks good. Yeah, I won't grab that yet. And I mean, I think that's true, but also I think you can appreciate something for the time period that it came out of, and keeping that in mind, I think Banjo-Kazooie looks amazing. And, you know, it's not like sickening for me to look at, and some N64 games look more aged than others, I would say. But I think Banjo-Kazooie looks fine. I wasn't even paying attention to what Grunty just said. Something about how I touched the briars and I'm dumb. Yeah, so Mumbo won't transform us in any season except for spring, and he comes up with a different excuse every time. But Mumbo, I have so many Mumbo tokens. Okay, it's gonna make us do a big jump for it. And did I kill you yet? Okay. Alright, so I guess it's time to climb the tree again. Yeah, so technically you could do this in spring also, but it's nightmarish. It's not exactly easy in summer either. But I'm glad that happened, because otherwise I might have never noticed these two notes there. And if you're missing a couple notes in Click Clock Wood, that is miserable, finding them again. Not as bad as, like, trying to find the last few figments in a level of Psychonauts, but still. That's a lot of ground to cover, a lot of time and space. Alright, let's get up there. Oh, okay, it's over there. Alright. Well, I'm glad it lets you go into flat from the high jump. I feel like a lot of other platformers wouldn't do that. It would like lock you into an animation from there. Yeah, I didn't know if I would hit that with the Rat-a-tat-rap, so I decided to do a side jump here. There we go. It does at least like it doesn't really feel like I did anything really big for that Jiggy there. That was just you know, on my path to getting the rest of the Jiggies, and it decided to give me one rather than saving them all for the tasks at the end of the level. The game knows if it waits too long between rewards, players are going to disengage. But I think playing Banjo-Kazooie is its own reward. Alright. And that is our last caterpillar. Oh, house is looking good, guys. You didn't forget to put a floor in, did you? Oh, no, you did. You did forget to put in a floor. You dummies. Yeah, how do I get... How do I get to that Jiggy? Do I need to just make a real good jump? Yeah. And it puts a 1 up there in case we miss the jump, because the game feels bad for us. Okay, that Jiggy I feel like I earned. That was not just on my way to other Jiggies. That was... Oh! And I land on, like, the one piece of dry ground. Alright. I'll see you higher up the tree. Whoop. And... grab this guy. I don't think we even need it. I thought we only needed 5 caterpillars, but now I have 6, and I've seen other ones floating around as well. Ah, good. These guys are just gonna help me. Oh! Sorry, I pizzaed when I should have french fried there. Okay. Note, note, note! Do I really only have 31 there? Okay. Well, now in summer, for some reason, they've stopped repairing their roof up there. Now Banjo can get in. Oh no. How am I gonna fend off all of these bees? I love it. That's gotta be one of my favorite Jiggies to take in the entire game. Oh, that's so funny to me. Okay, it's not a honeycomb, though. It's a... It's a Jiggy. Was it a honeycomb in spring? Like, maybe I was supposed to, like, fly on the underside of the hive to get it in spring? Is that what's happening? I don't know. We'll find out, but we'll want to get everything else first. Maybe this isn't going as smoothly as I thought. Maybe this isn't going to be a going through every season just once. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh, saved it! Saved it with the Beak Buster. Go me. And we're back at the cabin, so dropping down here very carefully, or wait, let's just look on top of the cabin, just to make sure we're not, like, missing anything. Because if I were this game, I would hide something either behind or on the roof of the cabin. Maybe not. Okay, and I don't know if I can safely jump up high enough to be on top of the cabin. So, yeah, we'll leave it at that. So let's take this path again. Don't you love when pathways just, like, float? Like the bridge is broken, but it's still there, so you still need to jump across it. Video game logic. Okay, and they put some musical notes over there. That was very fun of them. Oh, okay, that is a... See, I didn't break that house because I don't think the bees will disturb me while the house is still intact. If I broke the house, then I'd be getting stung there, and that would have made this much more of a pain. Oh boy, this frame rate. This poor, poor frame rate. And I think I can jump down there and then use the bridge to get back up, and it's a lot safer. I think that guy's wearing sunglasses. Okay. It didn't... It's like right on the edge there of being too steep to climb up. I noticed here that both the door and the window seem to be accessible here, but it doesn't look like it really makes a difference which one I climb through. Yeah, Nabnut got fat. Again, I don't think there's anything I'm supposed to do with Nabnut yet, except just see that he's here. He'll come into play a little bit more later in the level. And oh boy, now we have to really prove our bird slaying skills here. So if you don't understand by now to do the rat-a-tat-rat jump into those enemies, you'll have to learn there. Alright, you ready for dinner, baby? He's so hungry. And he grows instantly with this horrible stretching sound. And he will sleep for 3 more months. Time is strange here in Click Clock Wood. Let's go up here. Oh man, I am feeling the clench here doing this part. And we go back in this room. What can we find here in this room? You know what? I don't feel like dealing with all of you guys right now, so I'm just gonna... I don't know if there is anything up here anymore. There's another 1-up. So I'm gonna max out at 9 lives, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this one doesn't even have, like, the other one-up that you can climb up for. I think in either autumn or winter there's a Jiggy in this room. But yeah, that's it for summer. Should we try and do one more today? I feel like I could keep going a little bit longer. I'm just not sure what the best way to get down from here is. That's all. Very carefully. Oh, okay. I was gonna grab that Mumbo token just for the heck of it. But that's alright, I don't have to. Yep, okay. Any honey in this field here that I can take? No? Alright. Then I will see you guys in autumn. So when you're talking about the seasons, do you like to call it fall or do you like to call it autumn? I prefer to call it autumn, because autumn is a cooler word. I'll call it fall sometimes, but I feel like autumn is the more proper term. Yeah, so now I need 10 caterpillars. I hope I can actually get all of those in autumn. Maybe that's why there's extras in summer, because maybe you need all those extras. But yeah, I can grab a gold again. Yeah, also now, now you got, more things on the snapping plants, which would suggest that you need to be a bee again, but I don't think you can be a bee again. So what do we have across here? There's a, like, tree branch right outside my window, right next to where I'm recording, that keeps, like, brushing across, and I keep thinking I'm seeing, like, human movement outside the window, and it's not. It keeps catching me off guard. Alright, I hope all this stuttering looks okay when I export the video. We're gonna hope. I'm sure it'll be fine. Knock on wood. I got some wood here. I had to knock softly because that's also what the microphone is on. And jump across. I like autumn. My favorite season is definitely summer, because I like when it's warm. I was also born in July, so summer was also what I associated with my birthday, and also, like, not having to go to school. I don't like the cold, so winter is easily my least favorite, even though winter can be very, very pretty. Yeah, how am I supposed to get those now? I don't think I can jump on the plants, can I? Huh. This flower looks like it could use a little bit more water. So yeah, I said about rule of threes, it's actually a rule of fours. Yeah, we'll never find him here because the lava world doesn't exist in this game. But, we'll see him in Banjo-Tooie, which does have a lava world. Sort of. Yeah, so we have to gently jump up this flower now. We had to make sure to get this done before winter because we can't have flowers in winter. Unless it's some kind of winter flower. There are flowers that can bloom in winter. They exist. I don't really know what they are because I don't know that much about plants. Man, I remember a lot of the biology I learned in school when it has to do with animals, but when it has to do with plants, like, that part was so boring to me. I also think it's the reason why I really like grass-type Pokemon, but I tend to not like the ones as much that are just plants, which is most of them. I really love when it's a grass-type Pokemon that's like an animal. Oh, jeez. Okay, let's Let's actually get up this flower, please. Okay, you know what? I think instead of trying to jump up the leaves, I think it's going to be easier to try and land on the flower from up above. So that's what I'll do. Let's head back over this way, though. And see if we can go into Naughty's house. Yeah, if we go back to spring, then, is the rock still going to be there in spring? I think that might be where the witch switch is, or the empty honeycomb. Whoa. Whoa, okay. He really has been waiting months. Uh-oh, ho-ho-ho. Camera wasn't really sure what to do there. Nice place he got here. And... I'm glad it's not as easy to die here as it is in Rusty Bucket Bay. Because this would be so much work to do to get all the musical notes again if I were to die. I have to really try not to. Okay, so that's Naughty and the flower. We need to make our way up the tree again. There's also more leaf piles over here that I should look at. Yeah, so I like how now you can, like, use the leaf piles to get up higher onto the tree. At least a little bit. There's at least less big mean birds. Yeah, let's go visit Mumbo. We don't need Mumbo. I mean, if Mumbo can turn us into a bee, that's great, but I'm pretty sure he can't. He's like, what does he say? He's like all tired out from breaking leaves or something? Or like, he put his magic wand in storage to make room for his rake or something. There, I just wanted to grab those musical notes before I forgot about them. What about there? Yeah, there's more musical notes on the snapping plants. Okay, we'll be back for you in a second, but... Making the jump here. Yeah, he's cleaning. Yeah, Mumbo's too busy. I like that they actually had to make that animation for him, though. Alright, and we're more than halfway with the musical notes now, which makes sense because we're more than halfway through the seasons of this level. In fact, I'm a little bit concerned that I don't have more already. And we'll have to go over here. Autumn is like my second favorite season in terms of looks. I like it less than spring overall because autumn means that winter's coming up, whereas spring means that summer is coming up. But I do really like the autumn aesthetic. Yeah, the leaves got a lot thinner now. Well, if that's the way I'm gonna jump, this is gonna be real hard. And cross, and... Not as hard as it would have been in spring, but still pretty difficult. And I don't even know if it's actually worth it. Alright, and I see you there. Okay, I can kill him with eggs. Kill a bird with eggs. That's great. And so far, still not worth it. But, it does lead to other leaves that are over here that are... The biggest part about this actually isn't how small the platforms are, or how they're, like, layered almost on top of each other that you could hit the bottom of the next one. It's how hard the leaves are to see. They're literally two-dimensional and they blend in really well. And I still don't understand what the point of that one there is. Oh! Okay. You know what? I don't think it's going to be worth it. I don't think it's going to be worth it, so we're not going to try that again. I'm pretty sure that's going to take me up to the same area anyway if I go the other way. So I got nothing to show for all those attempts. Okay, I think I'm going to need to take a break pretty soon. Maybe we'll end this episode before we finish Autumn. Oh, okay, that was a close one. Let me kill this one so that I don't forget if I'm coming up the tree later, because I will. I don't want to get blindsided by that one. So that's some, like, upkeep on my part. And do the bees have anything for me if I go back in here? Are you guys mad? Yeah, they've moved. They've moved out. Except for this guy, who I guess is just, like, waiting here to tell other bees where the new hive is. I feel kind of bad for ransacking them because they're, like, part of this ecosystem, but they did say that Grunty told them to guard the Jiggy, so... You know, they're in league with my enemy, who kidnapped my sister. I think I'm justified. Well, okay. And up. See, this is working because I'm actually barely thinking about it. If I was thinking about it, I'd probably mess it up. Hey, did you guys finish the floor of this room yet? Sure did. You know, that's a really dangerous thing to save till last. The last thing they did was make the floor. Alright. Yeah, I'm kind of running on fumes here right now, so how about we pick this up next time on Comic Plays. I'm the Comic Foil. I've stopped chasing Mumbo tokens because they're getting more and more out of the way up here in the trees, and they literally don't do anything for me anymore. Just having trouble moving the camera there. And, oh no. Buzz bomb. Okay, good, he sees me. No! No, 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 no! Oh, oh man, I'll see you guys next time. That sucks.